Hey everybody, welcome back to the Church Advance podcast. Luke, man, we're excited today to be unveiling the structure, the final schedule of what's going to be a different and fresh Church Advance conference this year. And we're looking forward to it. So I want to just start by reminding everybody the dates. This is going to be February 5th and 6th of 2025. It's going to start Wednesday night with a men's stakeout. So it's a steak dinner combined with the men of our church and our satellite church, Hope Church of Mayport. And then Friday, all day, starting about 10 o'clock in the morning, all the way through the evening, is going to be a Church Advance Pastors Day. We're going to focus all the content that day on just teaching about the ministry of a pastor, and it's going to be epic. Then on Friday morning, for those that aren't leaving too quick in the morning, I'm going to have a brunch with all those that are still here on Friday, and just a time for us to fellowship and maybe talk shop a little bit. And so it's a little tighter schedule, but I'm very excited. So let's talk about just the speakers first of all. Man, I'm thrilled. We had a few schedule conflicts. We had to kind of narrow things down, but the final speaker schedule is, of course, myself, and then Dr. Mike Stone from Blackshear, Georgia, just a tremendous preacher, pastor in a rural community up in Blackshear, Georgia, a very conservative Baptist preacher and a tremendous friend to me and to many preachers. If you don't know Mike Stone, I would highly recommend. We'll put a link up here to his church, which you can listen to some of his preaching. If you've never heard Mike Stone, you are in for a treat. And then, of course, as always, Dr. H.B. Charles Jr. will be with us for Friday afternoon and the evening worship service on, I'm sorry, Thursday afternoon and the evening worship service with River City Worship. So, Luke, what do you think? There's these three. How's that settling?
Yeah.
These three preachers. It's the final lineup, and it's going to be good.
Yeah. I really am looking forward to it. When you first kind of pitched this adjustment to the schedule, and I saw where we were headed with it, it made a lot of sense. I think after last year or this year's 2024, the last one, we realized just kind of the power of like how much we could pack into that one day, with the morning sessions and then HB kind of powering the afternoon sessions there. And it was just one of those things where it was like, hey, look, we can kind of do more with less is really what we're doing. And so now the
Yeah.
whole conference schedule has just been kind of realigned with that mindset. And yeah, the speakers, looking forward to hearing a new speaker there with Pastor Stone, and then of course HB is always a classic, and then you yourself always have something that's helpful and great. So yeah, I think I'm looking forward to it. I'm planning on being there.
Oh
That's
yes, can't
the
wait.
goal.
Well, I mean, obviously, as we've said many times before, February is often a good time to be in Florida, and Wednesday night, I think it's just going to be very encouraging. Last year was our first men's stakeout. We had a number of men from our church come. I cook the ribeye steaks for everybody that's going to be there, and the steak is first class. We'll have our worship team there leading worship Wednesday night, and then Mike Stone be preaching focused on men. Going to be a great night. Then on Tuesday, I'm sorry, Thursday. Let me explain the focus. Each year we've kind of had some relative, just all kinds of various topics. It might be money, worship, translations, just all kinds of different. This year, I said, you know what? I think I just want to focus on the role of a pastor, what and the essential work challenges sometimes that just pastors face in the work of pastoring. Not so much all the philosophical different things, but just the work of pastoring. So I'm having Mike Stone talk about the character of the pastor, his qualifications and his calling. I'm actually going to do a session I've already begun working on the convictions of the pastor and how do we formulate and execute our actual convictions. What is a conviction? What should guide those convictions? How should we carry those out? What should or should not be a conviction? And so I'm going to talk about convictions as a pastor. And then I know HB is going to talk at least one session on prayer and the pastor. And then he'll have another session that we haven't really discussed yet. And then, of course, he's going to preach that night. So the whole day on Thursday is going to be on pastoring. River City is providing dinner on Wednesday night, breakfast on Thursday, dinner on Friday, and then we're taking a little bit of a bigger break on Thursday afternoon for lunch. And the goal there is I'm going to have just a handful of what we would just call the best of the best restaurants that we're going to encourage people to go out and enjoy, the city or the beach scene. You'll have time to go out to the beach. There's some great restaurants out on the beach. And we're just kind of let's take a good break, enjoy Florida, enjoy a little sunshine. And I'm going to have some recommendations for that. I'll be a place where I'll be going. So people, if they want to come and join us there, and then we'll come back for the afternoon dinner on the property. And I got to tell you, Luke, one thing I'm also looking forward to. Most people are usually super encouraged by River City worship, but I want to tell you, River City worship has just never been as fire as it is right now. And we brought on Wes Combs. Many of you that have been here have heard Wes sing at our church. But Wes is now the worship pastor at the church. He's running worship. We've got some new singers, some new instruments, and I tell you, they're doing such a bang up job. And we've invested $100,000 into our AV system, brand new lighting, brand new sound, brand new mixers, videography, sound equipment, everything is locked and loaded and ready to receive everybody there. And then I'm looking forward to on Friday, anybody that wants to just having more of a casual time. Uh, I just keep finding myself amazed at how many conversations I just have all the time with pastors. I mean, I just literally just had a text come in. Can I call you today? And this morning, same thing. Had a 30-minute call with the pastor. Just so good. I like to just sit down and chat. So we'll go to a little private venue where we can just sit down in a room and have some breakfast, brunch, and just spend an hour or so talking. And then, of course, if you don't fly out till Saturday or leave till Saturday, I'd highly recommend just enjoying Jacksonville. We can help you, direct you to some activities and other things that you could do. But I like the schedule this year. It's a little less on our church as far as 3 different days. It just kind of focuses us in on this one day, combining it with an activity that's already going. And so I'm very excited. And here's the deal. I'd be doing this day just for our own pastors, interns, and future pastors that we have right here at our church. Even if nobody else came, we'd still be doing it because I know our church is going to greatly benefit from it. So let's get here. So the registration is open. You can either go to the River City Baptist Church Facebook page. Actually, last week I shared the event on my Facebook feed, got a lot of hits and feedback from it. It's also it's up, of course, it's up on the church events, briansams.com website.
Mm-hmm.
Luke, we'll just put everything in there, every link possible to get people to where they need to go. And so I'm really excited about this. I think the new schedule is going to be helpful, relaxed, and it's going to be really instructive. I mean, this is the kind of thing, sit down with your notebook and, be taught from 2 incredibly experienced preachers with very, very, very powerful influence in the pulpit, as well as just a dynamic church ministries and dynamic families. I mean, these guys are excellent, faithful men. It's just going to be a good day. So come on and join us. And we got some great sponsors. We've been, Luke's ministry sponsored us. Nate Skelly usually sponsors and is here. We got some organizations here in the state of Florida that will be part. You'll all receive some books from our friends at Good Shepherd. Or Shepherd's Help, excuse me, and we're just gonna have a good time, man. It's just gonna be a great venue. So get signed up. I know it's we're getting in that holiday season. A lot of people don't sign up till January, but if you're just going to make the effort to go ahead and get yourself here, we want to see you here, and it's gonna be great. I hope this new schedule will be refreshing. And this is our what is this, our 4th year, maybe 4th year of Church
Hmm.
Advance. And so, man, it's just gonna be special, Luke. Really looking forward to it. Any other words you got on just Church Advance?
Well, obviously, I've sung the praises of Church Advance, the conference, since the beginning, since the very first one there when you invited me as a sponsor. That's before I was involved with the podcast. And, again, not to rehash the whole story, but as many know by now, it's the reason that I was kind of motivated to help with the podcast and get involved with the
Mm,
production of it and everything. And so and again, what I love about this year or 2025 is the focus on rest, relaxation, restoration. There are so many conferences that just run you into the ground. It's just sessions all morning, sessions all afternoon. Got an hour to grab maybe a bite to eat, and then back for a 6-hour worship service at night.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and while Church Events never did that, at most, I think at the height of it, if you will, in terms of scheduling time, it was maybe 2 days. But just having one day, because like you said, Florida is a wonderful place to be in February. It's
Mm, mm.
about the warmest part of the country you can find. And Jacksonville Jacksonville has its own beach, but it's nearby a lot of stuff. I was just looking up the other day. It's 2 hours south of Savannah, Georgia, and then there's
Oh,
St.
man.
Augustine, there's Daytona.
St.
I mean, it's kind of a
Augustine.
hub.
Yeah, man, if you've never been to St. Augustine, I'd super encourage you to go there, especially, in that winter time. I don't know if the lights are still up in February. Sometimes they're done in January, but, man, the Old City, St. Augustine's a great place to go. If you like seafood, I will put you on some great seafood, some of the best
Mm,
in the state of Florida, here, and I could put you there. And just, man, I'm the kind, I just love the beach. We're
mhm.
about 20 minutes from the church to the beach, and so you can get there, a lot of guys get Airbnbs at the beach because it's a cheaper time to be here. In fact, several of our delegates in the past have that's what they've done. They've got Airbnb on the beach. Great place to bring your wife to relax for a couple of days. And administration don't think we can do enough of that. Um, I've just been experiencing just busy, busy, busy seasons. Even it's affected my health some, and I've just been constantly reminded of the need to just step back and get refreshed if it's possible for you to be here. I've been talking to several guys, even today. A guy that's never been here before is coming, and several other returners and new people that have already registered. So it's gonna be great, man. I hope to see you guys here at the Church Advance. And my heart for this particular meeting is let's just focus on being better at our craft.
Mm.
This is a day for pastors. We want to invest in you, help train you, provide some resources for you, give you some fellowship encouragement. I pray when you walk off our property on that Thursday night, there will be wind in your sails, and you'll say, "Man, praise God, this is the work I'm called to do, and I'm excited to go get back to it." So, we'll look forward to seeing you guys there, and be sure to get signed up if you have any questions. Our contact information is always here and
Mhm.
available. And God bless you guys. We will see you in Church Advance February 5th and 6th, 2025.